this is June because I was born in June and today is my life 53. And what we are going to explore today will be how to build rapport with literally anybody, whether online or offline, without putting a lot of efforts. Okay, I think this video is especially very helpful for whoever out there who think that you have like communication problem, or if let's say you are someone who is introvert, you just do not know how to talk to people. This is definitely one that you should watch. Okay, so actually I learned this skill from this book. Like, that's seriously good book. It's how to influence friends. It's how to win friends and influence people. This is a great, I would say, not only communication book, I would say also negotiation book, so that you know how to talk to people effectively. A lot of time that we talk, we just talk. We did not communicate. I think in terms of trying to convincing people and trying to make people to follow your way, you need to communicate rather than talk. So that's the first mistake a lot of people make. Okay, so there are actually 5 tips I'm going to share. The number 1 tips, you have to give in any scenario, whether online or offline, to improve your likability. All right, you have to make people feel. That's one feeling you need to make others feel. All right, the feeling is you need to let them feel like they are important. So this is the feeling of importance. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, have you realized that why do we always looking forward to receive any comments from others at our posts, or it can be our story, it can be our posts, or it can be our photos, right? Because we want to feel important. When people post our posts, we'll feel like important. So that's the first key. If let's say you want people to like about you, you have to care about them. You have to care about their life. You have to care about what they're posting. You have to give them the feeling of importance. When you're able to give that feeling, people will like you immediately, because that's how they notice you. So that's the first thing. So not only there are also other ways that you can give this feeling, is that you can use like compliment and also gratitude. Why gratitude is so important? Like, even I realize that a lot of people don't say thank you very often, on no matter how small the matter. For me, I actually bring it to on my daily life. Whenever someone did me a favor, even though it's my team, it's my subordinates, I always say thank you to them, because I think it's the feeling of importance. That's the number 1. And then secondly is expression of gratitude as well as compliment. If let's say someone doing a good job, really just tell them that they are doing a great job, because right now we are in the world that we really need a lot of gratitude, and we really need a lot of positive reinforcement. Like, if let's say you are like in maybe 50 or 60 years ago, maybe you are working in such a negative reinforcement. Okay, what do I mean by negative reinforcement? Like in my culture, our teacher like to penalize us for doing the wrong things. That's a negative reinforcement. So when we do something wrong, we are being penalized. But then when we are doing something right, we are not being praised. So we need to change the habit. Someone do something right, just praise them, because that's where you can give them the feeling of importance. Make sense? Okay. So the second thing is that if let's say you want people to like you, okay, this is the way that I'm doing it. You do not have to agree with the viewpoint of the person that you are talking with. If let's say you're discussing an issue, let's say we discuss how should we start this business. I have my view, you have your view. But then in majority of the cases, people just like to stick to their own viewpoint, stick in their world. When their opinion differs from the other person. Okay, yes, everybody has their own opinion, but if let's say you have your own different opinion, you can voice out your opinion, but then do not complain and then do not criticize. To say the same thing, like if let's say, we take an example, if let's say you're a mom and then your child is just not doing they are just not doing the homework, they're just not doing their bed, they're just not cooking for you or doing all the chores, right? Okay, instead of saying, hey son, why are you not doing this, why are you not doing that, why are you not doing this, why are you not doing that, it sounds like so complain the tone, right? But then this is a negative reinforcement. So what you can do is that you need to switch it to positive reinforcement. Say, if let's say your son is not doing the dishes and everything, you say, hey son, yeah, I think, can you help me a little bit on this? I will be really grateful. And then if let's say you do it, it will be really awesome and lighten up my burden. So when you say this in a different tone, people are more acceptable to what you're saying. So no complaints, and then of course there is also no criticize. Yes, you do not need to agree whatever someone else is talking about, but then don't use the criticize method. Okay, what I always want to do is that whenever someone's opinion differs from me, I will always say it to confirm my understanding, I will say, hey, Mr. and Miss Amy, please correct me if I'm wrong. Is this what you mean? Okay, because when I beginning my phrase with please correct me if I'm wrong, their guard actually is lowered. They know that they can correct me, right? So it gives people a more acceptable feeling that, yeah, let's hear about what June has to say. And then with that, I don't go for criticize, I don't go for complain. Okay, so the third one is that be a good listeners. Oh my god, I have to say this, like, a lot of people, they are doing sales so wrong. Like, you're doing marketing and doing sales so wrong because you just talk. You're a salesman. You're a salesman, you just talk. You're not listening. Okay, no matter what kind of business you're in, if let's say you're trying to close a deal faster, the first important rule is that we always must be the doctor. Okay, what do I mean by we always must be a doctor? Okay, when you go and see the doctor, right, is it you are playing in the role that doctor will ask you, hey June, what's wrong with you? Like, is it you're having a flu? Then you will say, yeah, I'm having a flu, I'm not feeling alright right now. Then the doctor will say, since when it began? Yeah, since 3 days ago and everything. Then the doctor will ask, okay, do you have some coughing? Then I say, yeah, a little bit. Okay, then after listening to all of your problems, the doctor will prescribe the exact medicine that you need. Then the doctor will say, hey, let's take this medicine 3 times a day, and then this cough medicine like 2 times a day. The doctor will prescribe the medicine for you. Okay, when we do business, we must be the doctor because we are a problem solver. If let's say you're just trying to be a salesman to pitch your product to other people, you are not listening. You do not know, when you're not listening, you do not know what's the problem that the other person face. When you don't listen, you do not know the problem. How are you going to solve that? That's the key issue. Does it make sense? So listen, don't talk all the time. Listen and then know what's their problem and then solve their problem. Okay, and then the last one will be, okay, we just don't want to keep on telling that people are wrong. Alright? If let's say you realize that the person seems to be not in the right direction, just don't tell them that you're wrong. Because that's when you tell you are wrong, these 3 words, right? The mind, the brain shuts down. There is a better phrase to say that. Okay, so how should we, when we know someone is wrong, how should we rephrase that? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let's say someone said something that I think is totally wrong, theoretically and practically is wrong. I'll say, hey, Miss Amy, yeah, I understand that you have the viewpoint, but then I'm just trying to see, is there any other possibility that this could work as well? And then if let's say this could work, do you think that this is better than the previous one? So we try to lead people to make them feel like this is their idea that they have. But it's our job to plant the idea in their mind. Because when you just straight away tell them that, hey, you're wrong, whatever you say at the end, right, people can't listen, right? Because whenever you tell people that they are wrong, they are just trying to prove that they are right. Make sense? So it's like the opposite way. So these are the tips that I learned in this book. Actually, there are far more tips available in this book that I will greatly highly recommend this book. I read it myself about 4 to 5 times, and it's very funny. I always highlight my book. Like, I literally highlight my book so that I can read the key points whenever I need help. So this is always my key book when I want to actually try to give some public speaking or try to influence someone to take actions. Alright, so that's the goal. That's the sharing for today. I'm so sorry for being so late today because I was having like 2 coaching call and then 1 strategy call as well. So that's why it's kept me so late for the late of evening. And then today, I'm not going to talk about funnel. I just launched my YouTube channel. Yay! Okay. So actually a lot of people said that they enjoy my video and then they find it very educational. They think I should put it up on YouTube just like Peng Jun, right? Then I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Since I have the content, I should actually reproduce the same content, put it in different channels. So that's why what I'm doing right now is that I actually have my assistant download all my Facebook video, produce all like the YouTube cover, and then we are going to put up this to the YouTube one by one. So I can't wait to actually grow my YouTube subscriber list. Okay, the goal is very simple. Today is April 29, right? My goal is that I must be able to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal. all right? Because I think everything starts from making a commitment, and this is something that I'm going to do a video daily. I'm going to committed in making it happen. So if let's say you have been enjoying my video and then you want to subscribe to my channels, right, I'm going to put down the link below. And of course, YouTube is not all I have. If you have been enjoying my video, I have a free 25 minutes of training video to teach you how to use this storytelling strategy to close deals faster. It's a free 25 minutes of training. If let's say you like, you can also go into my website. It's JuneLow.co. I'm going to put my link down below. And recently I've been busy recording the training videos, and hopefully I can launch my course either for free or for paid soon. Alright, I look forward to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.